Welcome to Royal Secrets. Under King Charles, Prince Andrew has little chance of becoming a working royal. While mourning Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles III and other royals put their differences aside, giving the world hope that the family's dilemma may be resolved. Prince Andrew, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle all had the opportunity to mend their grievances with the elder royals after the Queen's death, as they all took their places in the family. Hopes for a reconciliation were boosted by the royal family's demonstration of unity, but royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told AFP it had not yet been determined whether the funeral had been successful in mending past scars. Everyone is aware that there is a fracture in the royal family and that there are issues with Andrew and other members, he said. We do know that Andrew has no future as a senior working royal under King Charles, but there might be a chance for him to land a post in the firm anything out of the public eye, the analyst stated. Fitzwilliams stated that there are still many unanswered questions regarding the strained connection between William and Harry. We don't know whether the funeral drew them closer, was the response given. In that Ascension broadcast, King Charles professed his love, but as for the future, we'll have to see what happens, he added. Future ties with the royal family will probably be determined by the contents of Prince Harry's delayed autobiography, which is scheduled to be published next year. Fitzwilliams remarked that Charles was lucky to have Camilla, the new queen consort, by his side. He continued, his luck is that he has Camilla, he has someone who is supportive. According to reports, Prince Andrew lobbied the Queen to stop Charles from becoming king. Well, it appears that Prince Andrew, the disgraced royal, is not happy about his brother becoming king. King Charles and his brother have rarely gotten along well together, in part because they have quite different personalities, ideals, and views to life, according to royal authority and author Angela Levin via The Telegraph. Which, given what we know about Prince Andrew, does sound about right. According to a senior royal source, Andrew tried to persuade the Queen to oppose Charles marrying Camilla by being absolutely venomous, unpleasant, useless, and quite nasty about Camilla. Why then did Andrew dislike his sister-in-law? It turns out that he believed Camilla to be not to be trusted and insufficiently aristocratic, okay. Additionally, the source revealed to Angela Levin that Andrew had desired to push Prince Charles aside in order to become regent to Prince William, who was then a teenager. Andrew appears to be concerned that he will be expelled from his residence, the Royal Lodge, and thrown to the wolves, now that Charles is, in reality, the new king. Because Duke was desperately unhappy with life in the royal family, Meghan gave Harry biggest courtesy. In March 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex left their jobs as members of the royal family. According to a royal source, Meghan Markle gave Prince Harry the greatest kindness anyone could do to him by assisting in taking him out of the royal family. Less than 2 years after their Windsor wedding in 2018, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex divorced from the royal life. Prince Harry, according to an unnamed insider who spoke to Valentine Lowe of The Times, was simply extremely miserable in the last few years of his working life, even before the royal couple exchanged vows. The source was surprising, according to Mr. Lowe, and was someone who knows Harry well who is still furious about what Harry and Meghan did. We knew he was unhappy, but we weren't sure how to make him happier, the insider said, according to what he was reported as saying. She arrived and discovered the answer. Archie, age 3, and Lilibet, age 1, are currently being raised by the couple in Meghan's native California. At the time, a palace official stated that discussions on the form that the stepping back from the firm would take were at an early stage. We appreciate their wish to adopt a different strategy, but these are challenging problems that will require time to resolve, they noted. At a meeting during the early stages of the rift, 5 potential possibilities regarding the future of the Sussexes and the royal family were discussed, according to Mr. Lowe. He talked about how negotiations took place in a good mood, according to insiders, as they discussed how the couple should divide their time and their lives. But according to reports, there was no way for the two parties to achieve an agreement on the crucial issue of freedom, hence the scenarios never came to pass. After it was determined that a half-in, half-out life of royalty was unachievable, Mr. Lowe asserted that compromise was off the table, removed by the Queen. Since their departure, the Duke and Duchess have hardly visited the UK. Prince Harry will travel back in 2021, to see the dedication of a statue honoring the late Princess Diana. The couple arrived in the city earlier this year to take part in festivities honoring the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. They mostly kept a low profile while attending different events over the long weekend. When word of the Queen's deteriorating health first surfaced, the Duke and Duchess were in the nation on a fortuitous visit to promote charities with which they are affiliated. During the mourning period for Queen Elizabeth II, they stayed in London, with Prince Harry taking part in a vigil of her grandchildren in Westminster Hall prior to her funeral. We've reached out to Buckingham Palace and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's representatives for comment.